Today we're going to do a posterior shoulder instability taping. Now more commonly we see anterior shoulder instability taping, and for that the dislocation position for a anterior shoulder is abduction and external rotation. So what we do for the taping is we come into internal rotation. Now for a posterior instability we do the opposite. We want to tape them in external rotation. So for that, we're going to have Scott sitting in external rotation. A little bit less common than the anterior shoulder instabilities, but still very much happen in a lot of sport. Now we want to start with our 100mm fixamol, going from mid-pec all the way down to the base of the scapula. Get that on nice and flat. That's going to be a nice bit of adherence for our tape. So we're going to have Scott sitting now in external rotation the whole time. Laying our anchors or our stirrups, we're going to go 2 to 3 down the middle. Again, giving a little bit of compression over the shoulder, but mainly adding a nice place for us to tape. Instead of having an anchor that sits all the way around the bicep, I like to start from posterior across the humeral head, wrapping all the way around, finishing back at the bottom of the deltoid, and then we do the same in the opposite direction. So we create a nice X over the shoulder joint. As you can see, we've got here, that's the head of the humerus. So keeping him in external rotation now. We're going to reinforce that with 2 to 3 strips in each direction. We want to make sure we have complete coverage over that humeral head, because that's what we're trying to support in these strapping modalities. So just making sure we're covering all the way over that humeral head. Now, if you've got a smaller shoulder, the tape will overlap a little bit more. If you've got a bigger shoulder, like Scott, huge shoulder, we'll have a nice little overlapping pattern there, okay? Now, with our rigid, we just want to lock that off before we add any compressive tapings. I like to add an EAB or elastic adhesive bandage over the top of that. I think it's really durable and it lasts, and especially in our contact sports. So we're using our 75mm width for this one. So starting just at the front. Might get Scott to hold that one there for me. Around the arm. Finishing on the back there. Now this tape you cannot rip. You do need to cut. If you try to rip it, you'll be there for a while. And just want to stick that down. Now, rigid tape. All of our shoulder tapings, we just like to lock that off with our fixamol or our hyperfix or whatever brand you're using. Basically, again, this is going to make us get a nice, sustainable, long-lasting shoulder taping. Obviously, when we sweat and do our sporting activities, the tape tends to want to come off a little bit. So when we get a really nice adhesion and nice smooth piece of fixamol on, nice coverage, beautiful, and we repeat that on the back of the shoulder as well. Beautiful.